Well, good evening, laddies, lasses and lasses, and welcome to the Click. You smell absolutely astounding today. And don't let anyone else lie to you and tell you otherwise. And you know what? You also smelled amazing yesterday. Speaking of history, I love history. It can really give you a sneak peek into what the human past was like. And sometimes you can even find really cool relics from the human past, like big badass swords, for example, or smaller things like cool little flint knives. They're about the same, you know. Imagine when these guys thought that these guys were ancient history. How times change. And on occasion, you will even find historical pieces of media that will tell you a little bit more about what history in the past was like. Like this one right here. Kiss your favorite Beatle. I love history. Here is Paul's mouth, here is George's mouth, here is Ringo's mouth, and here is John's mouth. Are you just supposed to like fondle and smooch the paper? And they say that YouTuber merch is like absolutely unhinged. I think we need to step this up, boys. We are falling behind previous generations. So anyway, stuff like this can certainly make history seem really beautiful. So today we're gonna go through really unhinged historical pieces, and I do hope you're here for it as much as I am, because it's about to get way worse than this. Enjoy.
Is talking on the phone getting out of hand? Look out! You need phone relief, the ultimate in hands-free phone design. Watch. Simply attach the special double back fastener to any phone. Then attach the phone relief headset. It's that easy. Hands-free, pain-free. You'll wonder how you ever lived without it. It's perfect for remotes. Now talk hands-free anywhere, anytime.
Wow, that's great. Oh, wow.
Mr. Phone in the neck, but you won't miss a beat with hands-free freedom. A must for the entire office. Work goes quicker and easier. The padded headset removes this easily and is fully adjustable. Best of all, phone relief works with your favorite phone. An amazing breakthrough product you'll use every day. Now only $12.95. Call toll-free to order by credit card and make this your last phone in the neck call.
Okay, I need to know. Did anyone back in the 90s, let me know in the comments if this is true, did anyone back in the 90s have like an insufferable, whatever, like the LinkedIn influencer equivalent of like a toxic boss was back then, who was like, let's get this for everyone in the office, and everyone had to sit with this? Not gonna lie though, I kind of want to get one of these as a gag and just like use it for my phone, and people are like, why aren't you just getting a pair of headphones? It's like, nah, this is the 90s vibe. Loaves baby soft, because innocence is sexier than you think. Why is this whole thing marketed like the person looks like a child? Why is it marketed like this? Why is history so messed up? I thought the world was messed up enough as it is. But then you see shit like this from the past. If there's anything wholesome to take away from things like this, is that sometimes we look at the world today and be like, man, the world kind of sucks, doesn't it? But then you just look backwards and you realize that, man, it sucked even more yesterday. So even though things aren't great today, they were surely worse yesterday. Beautiful. 1 night cough syrup. Each ounce contains alcohol, less than 1%, cannabis, and chloroform, morphia sulfur. Skillfully combined with a number of other ingredients, yes indeed, like crack cocaine and methamphetamine. Everything a growing child needs. Oh, Timmy, you're home from school having a bit of a cold. Let's just have your chloroform cough syrup along with your cocaine Coca-Cola. All the vitamins for a growing child.
Shirley Simpkins lost her sleek appeal. She never stops eating from meal to meal. Slim Sally Hay stays light on her feet. She makes lifesavers her tween meal treats.
The candy with the hole, still only 5 cents. I also love the boys in the back just embracing each other in pure horror as fat Shirley Simpkins walks by. Oh my god. Wait, I need to check this. What ages are tweens? Tweens are between ages 8 and 12. What the fuck? I thought this was bad enough. I was just assuming that these ladies were like in, you know, their early 20s or something like that. Just be like, oh my god, flirt with the college boys. But it's like, oh, look at these boys embracing each other in horror because that sweet, potentially attractive 8-year-old isn't starving herself. What the f? People back in those days had no idea what bulk season meant. Amateurs.
Those boys huddled together, horrified at how fat Shirley is.
Yeah, I realized that too. How fat that tween 8-year-old is. Horrifying. The Temperance Program, the home of an indulgent mother. Well, some of this is deep fried, I can't really read it, but it starts here. Mexicanized dishes, and pepper shakers, I don't fucking know, candies and rich pastries, tea, coffee, and cola, God forbid a housewife drinks tea, sodas, pop, and ginger ale. Not the ginger ale, no! Tobacco and cigarettes, car, dice, and pool, liquor and strong drink, a drunkard's grave. Yes, indeed, fellow men of the 40s, or whenever the hell this is from, is your stay-at-home trad wife drinking tea? That might be a horrifying gateway to ginger ale, which will then kill her. Will someone think of the children?
How I lost my husband. I guess I was really to blame when Stan started paying attention to other women. It wasn't really that I didn't know about feminine hygiene. I had become, well, forgetful. Yes, I found out the hard way that now and then care isn't enough. My doctor finally set me right. Never be a careless wife, he said. He advised Lysol disinfectant for douching always.
That sounds like it's gonna burn.
And won him back again.
What the fuck is this? It's like the equivalent of like hand alcohol or something in COVID. Is that what this is?
Our romance is so special again, and I have Lysol in my undies. Now that I know about proper feminine hygiene care, since I had that talk with a doctor, I use Lysol always for douching. As he said, Lysol is a proved germ killer, far more dependable than salt, soda, or other homemade solutions.
Is he suggesting that other people are pouring salt down there, and that isn't working as well as alcohol? So there you go, baby. But man, health tips of the past are sure wild.
Lysol is easy to use and economical, but most importantly, it really does the job.
Well, at least you can go back to the other women after she dies of cervical cancer. I mean, to be fair, if this is what life really was like back then, maybe an early grave doesn't seem so bad, you know? This is the same sort of doctors that back in the day would make these articles about is your teenage daughter too fat? Have you tried giving her 2 packs of Camels to smoke per day? It's the same shit. They mustn't marry. Hefty girls wanted for police force. Women with brains plus good physique are wanted. The pay and prospects are good, but they must never marry or their career will end. I mean, at least they're very upfront with their sexist biases, I suppose. I mean, no, it's not a half a gold star. They are needed as recruits for the Metropolitan Police Force. As Sir Phillips Game Chief Commissioner and Miss Peto Chief of the Women's Branch are making a special appeal to spinsters and widows. And I thought the news of today were unhinged enough. Maybe, oh my god, maybe that's a bit of a positive spin. You think news today and news articles and stuff are bad enough? You should see this, we'll get through it. I hope. Girls in universities and public schools and girls with training in nursing and social work. Married women need not apply. They must be hefty. My coffee! They must be hefty. Good pay is being offered 53S. 3 days a week with free quarters in a special hostel. But at a high standard of intelligence, tact and physique is being demanded. Yes, indeed. You need to be single, hot, and hefty. Then you can get paid properly, but if you dare get together with someone, instantly fired. The recruits must be at least 5 feet 4 inches high. They must be hefty enough to withstand a rough and tumble. And they must be fairly good looking. There it is! We're looking for tough power women to join the police force. But if you marry, then you're gonna get fired. But you'll still need to be hot. We still need to be able to oogle you in the office. So, you need to be able to take a beating. But also be hot, the whole secretary thing and, little skirts and shit. I would like to complain to our modern police department. Where is our hefty women police department? Huh? Where is it? If this article has taught me anything, is that we need to write letters to our local politicians and complain. Where is our thick mommy police force at? Huh? You need to step up. This ad in a 1968 Life magazine. If you don't talk to your kid about drugs, this man will. This random 25-year-old dude with a back slick and a shirt on the street corner hey kid, have you heard about crack cocaine? This is so weird because out of context, it just looks like some random dude in a tie that goes around and give kids fun facts. Hey, fun fact, kids. Drugs are bad. Joanne Trumpauer Mollahan was arrested for protesting in 1961. She was tested for mental illness because law enforcement couldn't think why a white woman would want civil rights. And my God, she wants the right to vote or own a bank account. She's probably just hysterical. Joanne is now 83 years old. Holy shit! What an absolute champ! And still a wonderful person. One of my friends is friends with her, loves seeing this post. That is absolutely amazing. Oh my God. Hell yes. You know what is less amazing? This right here. A kid's toy. Play lighter. Are you wondering what you're gonna give your kids for Christmas? What about a Philip Morris fake cigarette kit for kids? At least it's just bubblegum cigarettes. Is this better or worse than vaping? I think this might actually be better. I mean, it's not encouraging particularly good things. Kids are gonna go around and think they're cool with their bubblegum cigarettes, but at least they're not actually smoking something. Maybe this has actually gotten worse with time, you know? Half a gold star for this cigarette toy for kids. At least it's not actual smoke.
Yes, fellow queens, I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, I didn't starve myself between the totally not important and formative years between 8 and 12 like the previous ad told me to do. And now I have a BMI above 17? Well, fuck. But fret not, fellow queens, because here we have the chubby shop. It's ready for back to school. Look at this sturdy togs. An easy washable Ariel no wool bulky knit cardigan Oxford grey. You see, it's for really, really fat girls. Like this. Oh my God, man. She can have a tummy and still look yummy. Where's the tummy? Where in this picture? Do you see a tummy? They literally call it chubettes. The chubette. Free for chubbies. Fall and winter fashion book full of charming chubby-sized clothes. Look at this ridiculously chubby girl. Wow, she has a BMI of at least 18. That is ridiculous. Girl sizes, all of these ones. It pictures the newest dresses, coats, suits, sweaters, and underthings. Underthings, you know what I mean. It's too chubby to fit into regular sizes. What do you mean a regular size? This is incredibly regular. What are you kidding me? Your chubby lass can be belle of her class.
This is chubby. This is chubby. I mean, I suppose if you normalized eating these little sugary shit pills between the ages of 8 and 12 instead of having actual meals, I suppose the normal BMI would be like 2. Jesus Christ, man.
He is not my daddy. He is my husband. She is almost 16. He is almost 40. It's the funniest affair that ever jumped the generation gap is Lola. Wow.
The storyline. A middle-aged author of pornographic novels meets and falls in love with a 16-year-old schoolgirl. This alone is cause for much concern, but when the couple gets married and moves to America, the trouble really begins. Along with the fun. Bruh. I swear to God. Jesus Christ.
Well, you know, Stacy, I don't call him daddy for nothing.
Yes, indeed, the sweet stabbing motions of my ancestors. AIDS, the homosexual disease threatening American families. 1983. Moral Majority Report. AIDS, homosexual diseases threaten American families. Why the mask, though? Wearing masks is essential to prevent the spread of AIDS, communism, and cooties. Yes, and skip it during respiratory pandemics.
You mean a face diaper? A face diaper may prevent you from
catching the gays, but it's not gonna prevent you from catching anything else. Woo! Oh, an island of luxury. The 1987 Chrysler Fifth Avenue. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. This looks ridiculously comfortable. I'm not sure if I see any seatbelts though, so that's like a little bit of a danger warning, so to say. This seems like the kind of car you'll be really comfortable in, fall asleep and then get yeeted through the windshield, right? But at least you'll be comfortable. This Russian family portrait was taken back in 1886. The father had an obsession with pool and dressed his children like billiard balls. What is this? Can you imagine this? Going trick-or-treating with this poor place. I don't want to wear my billiard ball costume. Put it on, damn child. Dad wants to cosplay some billiard. But don't place, we wore this last year. The day my kid went punk? What do you do when your bright, lovable, talented kid turns into a punker overnight? The Nelsons are about to find out. ABC After School Specials. Yeah, the teenage punk. This must be from the 80s, right? This feels like an 80s moral panic thing. The next episode is going to be about how the kids are getting recruited into a satanic cult because they play D&D. 1978 article describing 13-year-old Brooke Shields as a sultry mix of all-American virgin and... Oh boy, I was gonna say I don't have to read this because it's too deep-fried, but it's right there. Brooke Shields is a sultry mix of all-American virgin and... That's great. That's great. Wow, you sure have a way with words. And that way is surely illegal. Right? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Models promoting farm fertilizer, 1956. Oh, yes, indeed.
You know what they say, Steve? Sex sells. How do we sell more fertilizer, Steve? Make the fertilizer sexy. Dress up them women in fertilizer packaging. Oh, hell yes.
Hair done by Philip Mason, 1965. Photo by Richard Blinkoff. That is a very interesting haircut. But man, that's impressive hair though. Like this thick and that volume. I'm gonna be jealous in a few years, I swear to God. Ball protects children. Knobs or handles on the dash can give your youngsters a bad bump on sudden stops. Okay, like seatbelts aren't a concept yet, I suppose. Sponge rubber balls fitted over protruding parts reduce this hazard. Oh, so you're just gonna put it like a head-butting ball in the car. Not even a pillow or something, just like a hard rubber ball. Hey, it's better that your kid headbutts this thing. When did they invent seatbelts again? A dab of gasket shellac on the hull will attach the ball securely.
Ah, yes, indeed. This is your child faceplant ball, so they can faceplant before flying out the windshield. That's great.
I just imagine sitting there in the car seat with like your borderline alcoholic dad, and he's like driving home and being way too aggressive on the brakes. Just like, donk, donk. That's great. Wow, childhood memories, man. Ooh, those are babies in a plastic bag. That's not good. We wrap these twins in cellophane to prove our product keeps things fresh. And dead, I guess. If they could talk, they would tell you. It sure does. Do you mean they can't talk because they're babies? Or because they're suffocating because you put them literally in a plastic bag? I remember when I was a kid, they used to tell us like, hey, don't put plastic bags over your head because you can suffocate. I guess they hadn't invented common sense yet. Or maybe they hadn't invented breathing yet, so they didn't have to worry. A cartoon about a hypothetical pocket telephone from 1919. It's an actual prediction! When we all have pocket telephones. When running for a train. Ding, 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 ding. When your hands are full. Ding, ding. This is just relatability. This is literally 100 years ago. But it's so relatable. When it's raining. Yes, yes, hello? Who is it? At a concert. Ding, ding, ding. Shh, shh. Oh my god! They literally predicted the future! When you're given a baby to hold.
That bell is frightening the poor mites.
Ding, ding, ding. When you're being married. Ding, ding. This is like anti-smartphone propaganda from 1919. Oh, that's beautiful. And Stephen Hawking said that time travel isn't physically possible. Look at this. How do you explain this, Mr. Hawkins? Huh? Baby cages. That starts off pretty wild. What is a baby cage? Were window-mounted playpens that were once used for apartments to ensure babies get fresh air. 1937. And they just have this cage sticking out of your window. And you just put your little snot gremlin into it. Oh, that feels so safe. This really doesn't seem like that terrible of an idea, as long as it was very securely attached to the window. Those apartments had poor ventilation and indoor smoking. Yeah, that's actually a half-decent point. I guess you can measure the health impact of like 10 years of secondhand smoking for babies versus, I don't know, crashing down from the 10th floor in your in your window-mounted baby cage. The air quality indoors during winter, when it looks like this picture was taken, would probably be pretty bad, and there were no air conditioning or so in summer, so they could get unbelievably hot. This is basically a tiny little balcony just for the baby. I mean, I would be perfectly down with a cute little balcony that was like secure and had nets and stuff so babies couldn't climb through or up or whatever, but I'm not sure if I trust like a window-mounted little box. Okay? I don't think I would put my baby in that. The Beatles shampoo for all the family. You see, and you think like merchandise nowadays is unhinged and like marketed aggressively, where you put faces on everything for no reason. It's always been like that. It's always been the case. So when I start making click shampoo for the whole family, I'm just gonna reference this. 1975 patents knitting pattern for larger sized women. Big sizes book. Look at these astoundingly large women. By special request, 12 top sellers adapted to larger sizes. You look at these absolute hippos. They must have like a BMI of, I don't know, 18 and a half.
I believe I would be legally classified as a planet if I went back to 1975.
Yeah, like, and I have like 10 pounds of extra bulk now I'm trying to shave off for the summer. I would be classified as a goddamn rhinoceros if I went back to 1975. Blueprints of a school built in 1968. Look at the room names. Oh, we have teachers, preparation and storage, and trainable R-word. Emotionally disturbed. Wow, are you in the trainable R-word class or in the emotionally disturbed class? Take your pick. TMR, trainable mental, was a valid classification back then. When I volunteered at a special school in junior high, that is exactly how they were officially classified. I mean, yeah, it's one of those things that used to be like a proper term or whatever, and then they went a little bit badongers. Face the facts, reach for a lucky instead. You see, you can either be fat and lazy, or you can be real sporty. All you have to do is smoke cigarettes. It's toasted! Your throat protection against irritation, against cough. Are you telling me inhaling tobacco smoke is gonna help against cough? That's like saying drowning is a cure to suffocation. Like, bruh. Back in the 60s, they put pictures of kids and their addresses in the back of comic books.
Fellow Brains photo file. Here are some photos of some of my friends and your friends too. You see, you have pictures of them and their full name and address. Oh, do you want to dox your kids too? Send in their pictures and addresses to a comic book, and we'll dox them to the whole world, so everyone knows where they live.
This can't be a good idea, right? This is a horrible idea. Workers shovel raw blue asbestos, tailing into drums at an asbestos shoveling competition. 1962. Oh, the next Mr. Beast video is just writing itself, isn't it? Today, the person who can shovel the most asbestos in 1 hour gets $100,000. Dear God, man, Mr. Beastification was a thing even in 1962. Anti-electricity propaganda from 1900s.
Look at that, it's gonna murder everyone. You get entangled and horses spontaneously die in the street. Oh, God.
And now, for a bit of a wholesome intermission. Helping the R-worded to know God. Can you imagine going home with someone after a first date or whatever, and you see this sitting on their bedside table? The sun pod was used so you could go to the beach and not get bothered when you tan. Okay, so it's just like a giant glass ball. It must be so warm in there. And also, how are you gonna bring it to the beach? Doesn't that seem like more of a bother? I wonder if anyone actually used this.
The best things in life come in cellophane. Yeah, like suffocated babies, I guess.
Did they really not understand that, like, putting things in plastic will probably make them unable to breathe? Was that a concept that was, like, so alien to people back then? Burn old flashlight batteries in the fireplace now and then. The burning zinc may help prevent soot formation, and the metals and chemicals make colorful flames. Old school recycling tips sure are a special breed of what the heck, aren't they? Should do the same with your plastic toys as well, Timmy. You're tired of your fire truck? Just put it in the fireplace. You know, everything goes in the fireplace if you really want it to. You have an old refrigerator you need to recycle? Just torch it in the yard. That'll do the trick.
After practicing baton twirling, Judy climbed the apple tree to rescue the cat, skated to the store for bobby pins. Now she's home from dancing class. She needs a sugarless, go-less soft drink like a kangaroo needs a baby buggy. What are little girls made of? Sugar. For energy.
Oh, this is just an entire ad from like a sugar company being like, kids need more sugar so they can be hyperactive for longer. Oh, they even have a little note to concerned parents. Note to mothers. How much energy does your child get from the synthetic sweetener in a bottle of diet soft drink? Exactly. None. And how much energy does she need? You tell us, and ask yourself if you're doing her a favor when you stock the refrigerator with no sugar soft drinks. She will drink them. Her thirst craves anything that's cold and wet, but if you want her to have the energy she needs, you'll bring home the kind with sugar. Sugar's got what it takes, 18 calories per teaspoon, and it's all energy. It's so funny to me, like you could replace the word sugar in this with like, I don't know, protein powder or something, and this would be like an article from 2025. You know, nowadays you have like environmental ads and stuff. They're like, you know, paper straws or paper bags in the stores, that kind of stuff. I remember back in the day when they had some kind of campaign for like plastic bags because that would save more trees because you didn't have to use the trees for paper bags. It's funny how everything just goes in a giant circle, isn't it? Oh my god, what is this picture?
Guess what's in my mouth? Pull my hair and see.
What do you mean pull my hair and see? You're like 7 years old.
Children coax for Dr. Miller's laxative tablets because they taste like candy. Oh, I love feeding my kids laxatives, so they just shoot over the damn house.
Oh, here is the full pictures.
Pull my hair and see.
Oh, it's because like she goes up, okay? It's not like, I hope it's not a kinky thing. Anyway.
Guess what's in my mouth? Pull my hair and see. It's laxative tablet. What did you suppose it was? It's dandy to take.
This is so damn unhinged, man. This is so unhinged. What's wrong with the face? And also, why would you want your kids crawling around the house, eating laxatives like they were candy? That sounds like an absolute nightmare. Oh my god. Just having a little toddler, like, crawling around on the floor, like, jet engine fueled because they're like...
True story. I became a black woman for 6 months.
It began with a newspaper assignment, and I thought all I had to do was turn my skin black to become a part of the black world. But now, in this littered alley with a man's arms holding me in a vice, I feel nothing but panic and an urge to run back to all that was familiar. What? The dog sack invention, which first appeared in June 1935 issue of Popular Mechanics. Dog rides comfortably in sack on running board. Groomets! Large canvas sack. Hole for head. Your dog will ride safely. Unless you get T-bone right in the dog. In this sack, which is quickly attached to remove. You see, I have a little dog sack. After the indignity and terror of flying down the highway strapped to the side of a Plymouth, it's only right that the dog should get smacked in the face when the guy opens the door. Oh, that's also true. Yeah, the dog face is right in front of the door. So not only is this dog gonna be traumatized and inside a whole bag, as soon as you get out of the car, it's gonna smack. Oh, sorry, Fido. Oh, it's so safe. Just hang your dogs in sacks outside the car. Why were people so obsessed with hanging things outside of stuff that should be outside back in the day? Like you have the window cages for kids. You have the dog sacks for cars. Man protesting against the sales of dresses that failed to cover the knees when seated, 1962.
Girls, be ladylike. Protect women. Ask your congressman. Prohibit sale of dress which fails to cover knees when seated. Enforce God's law. Wear modest apparel.
Imagine dropping this dude into present-day Miami Beach during spring break. Oh, he would just instantly explode from a heart attack. Do you think he knows what like a thong-bottom bathing suit is? The love rug strokes your bodies as you make love. Look at this beautiful love rug. Yes, indeed. What? It gets really soiled after a while, and it's really gross, and it's gonna have like the consistency of a splooshy sock. 1939 proposal to identify bad drivers with a special license plate. Memphis, Tennessee. Special license plate, tag careless drivers. Oh, they put a little cool skull on your license plate. How about like removing people's license to drive instead? Didn't they have driver's license back then? Maybe they didn't. People would do things to get those on purpose now. I swear to God, this would be an entire like TikTok challenge trend.
What up, guys? Welcome back to my TikTok channel. Today we're gonna drive unsafely until we get at least one skull sticker on our license plate.
I hope the lead mining will be used in your paint. This feels incredibly threatening, and the worst thing is that I think it was printed as a really wholesome message back then. It's like, you know, handyman being like, oh, I hope the things I bring out from the mine is used for your family and your house. So beautiful. The American dream. Nowadays is just like, I hope you choke on the lead I'm mining. It's great. Is this a children's seat from back in the day? It looks like a poorly strapped catapult. How to make sure your baby is yeeted out the window. It doesn't even have a safety belt or anything. It's literally just hanging there, ready to be catapulted out the windshield. Man, that's great. Maybe they have one of those little rubber knobs, you know? So it's fine. So when the baby flies out of this dumb chair, it's just gonna face plant into that instead, then it's perfectly safe.
If men hate the sight of you, read this.
Oh, let's beat it. Here comes that skinny dame.
Men hate the sight of me. I am so skinny. I'm going to try ionized yeast.
You're gorgeous and you've gained weight. A few weeks later,
Thousands of skinny girls gain 10 to 20 pounds quick.
Okay, which one is it? We just had countless articles of being like, oh my god, do you have a BMI over 15? Well, aren't you a heckin' hippo? Versus this, where it's like, eat ionized yeasts to quickly gain a few pounds so the boys won't be disgusted with your appearance. Oh my god. I wonder if, like, body dysmorphia was worse back then, or if it's worse now. Like, I think it's more obvious now because people actually talk about it and you have, like, social media and stuff. And it's also more widespread because of social media. But man, it was just, like, so straight up unhinged back then. Now it's not just, like, the passive thing where it's like, oh my god, scrolling Instagram and everyone is a model. Versus, like, you're skinny and gross. Have you tried eating yeast? Women are especially susceptible, doctors say. Oh no, what is this new disease? To troubles caused by harsh toilet tissue. Oh no, look at her in bed. She used toilet paper that was a little bit too rough for her liking. And now she's on her deathbed. This delicate woman.
Catch your man with taste-tempting donuts.
And there's like a chain and ball behind her back. Man, healthy relationships 101, huh?
He won't stop breaking wind. Many times the child who has uncontrollable flatulence needs a diet correction, not a spanking. Try this. If he won't stop breaking wind.
I have never heard that expression before, but I love it. The next time I fart somewhere, I'll be like,
My apologies, my dear lady. I was just breaking a wee bit of wind.
ooh, I think this next post is maybe how they were curing kids from breaking wind. This doctor's kit for blowing tobacco smoke up your butt as a medical treatment from 1774. What exactly was this supposed to cure? Hey, bro, you know tobacco's good to smoke? Have you tried it in your butt? Wow, that sure was a trip down history lane, wasn't it? I mean, in one way, it makes me a bit more positive that maybe everything nowadays isn't going downhill and getting worse, because we sure had our dips in the past, and humanity is still here, right? That's a little bit of positivity, like a little bit of silver lining, isn't that cool? I do hope you enjoyed this Unhinged video as much as I enjoyed having you here, you wonderful, beautiful beings, and I will see you again in the very near future. Take care. Mwah.